You know, but let's not go into...
No, but just before we move, let's stay there for a second. My question is, do chiefs, do you consider traditional authority as the institution that can lead the way in terms of new thinking?
It's an institution, not with new thinking, but with a regeneration or restoration of the old thinking. And the old thinking, which you and I know, we study it in school, is that I am because we are. We are, therefore I am. No chief can exist. It's an institution that is all-embracing. When you use the word chief, the word Nana, you're referring to the mass of the people. I'm Nana because of my people. And I know where I am from. I know where I'm coming from. If you don't know where these things are, you never know where you're going. So the whole idea of development, right, must be that you use the past models, the best of the models, and then you use it in building the future. The future is never there. It gives you hope. But it's the past, that is the only concrete model you have, which you use in the present to regenerate, to generate a future, which will consistently be a dream.
Some of the past we must reject.
Of course, you will be consistently looking into the past and be rejecting the past that you should. Now, when I talk about we, for example, in my position, I never think about I, unfortunately. And I know that most chiefs don't think about I. They collectively think about we. Because what are we going to do? I keep on referring to my grandmother sometimes. One of the refrains she used to say at home was that, what are we leaving behind for those, what are we, not what am I, leaving behind for those who are coming after us? That is the African-centered thinking. It is the European-centered thinking that is individuating. Says, I. No. One is always looking. So, for example, in this oil, one of the major things that some of us are thinking about is, what do we do to ensure security for the future? And the only way you can ensure future security, learning from the examples of the others, is to make sure that whatever benefits come don't go to individuals per se, but are spread into the larger community. Some of us have been getting together. How do we create a foundation? If the country, for example, says somebody must come and partner Ghanaians, you get you as a single Ghanaian, you partner a company, you get 50% of it. And then you and your family, if maybe you don't even have one, you get that thing. So what we're trying to do is that let's get a foundation or something that partners. It's like an investment, you know, belonging to the people with a management thing. But there's one of the things that some of us are muting called Kuntum. And if you know Kuntum means our festival, then Zuma say Kundum, then the Ahanta say Kuntum, right? So we're thinking about having something with that kind of name, and then it becomes a trust with its management.
A national trust?
Well,
a trust for your locality?
Well, we're thinking about, not when you say my locality.
Well, the point is that in the end you represent a community.
Yeah, not just the tiny community. For example, the GNPC would probably, most probably, be part of every investment to do with oil and its ancillary industries. But what about the people?
But there is government. A government is there for all of us.
Oh.
The government creates a fund for all of us. I mean, no point in people replicating little things for their own.
No, you still don't get me. One knows that there is government.
Yes. And GNPC is there,
you know, GNPC.
With X% holding it on behalf of all of us.
Yeah, but there are certain things on the ground that probably GNPC may not get into. How do you protect that thing? For example, you know that people within that area, and if you take Siganita Gradi, for example, for that whole coastline, it's like mini Ghana. You find diverse ethnic groups there. And the joy about it, when I talk sometimes I talk about Siganita Gradi, the joy about the city is that everybody living in that city feels he or she belongs.
Belongs to the city.
Belongs to the city.
Until the oil starts coming, right?
What I'm trying to say is that, so how do you ensure that collectively, those people within that area who probably have skills get employed, and then somebody doesn't sit there because he's from somewhere, brings people in from other places. Meanwhile, let me put it this way, if you want Fantis, you find Fantis in Siganita Gradi. I'm just saying that if you get the Fantis in Siganita Gradi employed, you've taken a job off my hands, worries off my head. See, the politicians come and go. I stay. I stay. I'm always there. Even if I leave, there'll be somebody who will be like me, who will always be there. You also need to ensure the security of that community, that they feel that they are close to the oil. So the oil has also a strong relationship with them.
But is that not the problem? Is that not dangerous? If the resource is a national resource, and you are suggesting that the people who are close to it, they must have a special benefit because they are
I haven't said a special benefit.
What are you saying?
That it's to protect their own interest. For example,
just
wait. No. You forget. You see, I'm an hunter.
Yeah.
I have three parts of me, what I call the trinity of self. I get my craft from God, I get my sunsum from my father, and I get my moja from my mother. The earth is female. If I let a piece of land go, it's my blood that is going. It is what I will live on. It is what sustains me. And now we are letting some of these things go. Land and so on and so forth go. In the interest of the larger entity called Ghana. What about those who are, what do they farm on? You see, now you come through some bubbles there. I'm very poor. Very, very poor. You give me 2, 3 million, 4 million, 100 million for the land. After 1 year, and you know how fast our money depreciates. I also realize that the 100 million I'm taking is nothing. And really, nobody can even let go of land because land is always held in trust for the future. It belongs to the past, the ancestors, for those who are there. So I'm just holding it in trust. Then I take it and I abuse it, maybe out of my ignorance. You are educated. I am uneducated. I'm using the word inside, you know, and I'm ignorant. Yeah. So you come and you use it, then I become a beggar on my own soil. Please, you need to rethink about how you use your knowledge to enhance those around so that tomorrow they'll say, oh, this person, he knew something, but he didn't come and abuse me. He used his knowledge to help, what's the name of it? To help me in my ignorance. Now that I know, I might even bless him for raising me up from wherever I was. So the whole idea is that there needs to be special protection. If you look at the other areas that these things have happened, I mean, take the Niger Delta. You have the federal government, NNPC. So why are they fighting the Niger Delta? Because those who are there, there might be ecological problems, there might be, and it will affect them directly. So those who come into direct contact with this must be protected one way or the other.
This is a modular gas turbines that we are installing for VRA. Apart from the bigger industries in Tema, we can supply all the needs of Tema. Its location is based on the anticipation of getting the West African gas pipeline gas. It's about 97% ready. We can even replicate this in, say, Kumasi, Tamale, or Wa. All our transactions have been passed through Fidelity Bank. They have actually been our partners in this project from the very beginning. They put up the financial package for us. Insurance, bonds, we appreciate their services. They are very flexible with us, and we think they have been a good partner.